Hey guys, been a while. Uh, Here to talk about Urusai, my fifth album, and it's crazy to think I've done five. But been at it for about 10 years, so I'd hope something would come from it. But yeah, this next album I'm super excited for, and I want to go the extra mile. I want to push it a bit more. So I'm going to be sending a few more of these videos out in the coming weeks to kind of hype it up, talk about it, which it's coming out on May 1st, 2026. Woohoo! And that's my birthday. Also, woohoo! It's called Urusai because it actually means loud in Japanese. I got the idea from after seeing Gachiakuda, where it's like serious garbage is what it stands for. And I was like, what does loud stand for? Urusai. And I was like, actually, that sounds sick. Being the nerd and loving Japan and the culture and anime and stuff like that. Yeah, we'll go with that. The reason this album is called Urusai is because this is honestly probably the album I felt the most confident. All these other albums, like, a lot of my music talks about how I struggle with like anxiety and trying to fulfill my own expectations, mental health things or whatever. I always talk myself out of certain things or would talk it down afterwards. But this is kind of the thing where after I've picked up guitar over the past year and just got to apply it, I felt like I found a confidence and attitude, even I would say probably, just for being unapologetically me and also for what I stand for and that sort of thing. But this album's got a mix of rock, pop, EDM influences as well, and I'm super gassed to just meld those two worlds together because rock's always been a great genre, but ever since learning guitar, it's been a blast. I've been enjoying learning it, and I feel like I can get more in your face, hence the loud and everything. But, man, I ramble too much. I'm excited. I'm very excited. But anyways, this is kind of my way of saying, hey, I hope you guys check it out. I hope you guys listen. I hope more than anything that one of you guys out there is one of the people who was like me forever ago whenever I finally heard music sound different for the first time, a song that like changed my life. One of the reasons I wanted to make music was because I wanted to be a vessel for someone that they can just reach out to and need help, I guess, if that makes sense. I was a kid who was saved during a worship service. Music has healed my life in so many more ways than I can count. And I want to give that gift to some other kid that's out there. But I've always been just me, just one dude in his room and a laptop. Like a laptop, headphones, and going to town and practicing forever. I've done this for over 10 years. But the reality is I've always taken it as a backseat. I hadn't pushed it. I've been trying to, I don't know if I'd say trying to push back against myself, but I've always been my own worst enemy in sorts of production. You can do the extra time, but I always push myself so much that I feel like I need time to rest. But when you care about something, when you're passionate about it, you keep chasing it. So if you guys are interested, you guys can actually give me a wonderful birthday gift by coming to listen to my album on whatever streaming platform you use, Spotify, Apple Music, the works, whichever place you want to. But just take one listen. Literally, if you guys listen once to every song, that's 10 listens. And I know a good ton of you people that I'm posting this on my actual socials and Instagram or whatever. So with like 100 friends, that's 100 songs thing. And odds are it'll get to someone. Really, that's what I want. What I want more than anything is for one of the songs I've made to reach out to someone who's going through similar stuff I did, be it with like mental health, stress, depression, anxiety, whatever that may be. I just want them to find something good from it. And if anything, like more than that, I would hope they find a hope in life, a faith. I mean, I was saved when I was 14 in a worship service when suddenly all the music just started to make sense. Words just weren't words that I was spitting out anymore. They had meaning, they had weight. And so I hope that this kind of gives someone enough insight to where it can just be a vessel for the Lord to use in someone's life. That's really what I want for it. 21 Pilots was one of my biggest influence with how they've brought in the subjects of like mental health and faith into modern music. And I think that's a great thing to do, considering no one talks about it enough, in my opinion. But it's also people don't take it seriously. And as someone who's been in that position, I found through God that that's my hope. That's my passion. That's my safety net. And thank goodness he brought me here to music. And hopefully I can reach out to some of you guys out there too. But I hope you guys listen to the album. Keep your eyes peeled for all the rest of the songs and videos. I'm going to be kind of doing the short breakdowns and trying to keep it concise. But this is all for you guys. I get paid a little bit, but definitely not enough to do it as a thing. I'm been blessed to get a full-time job as an audio guy, which I love, but this is also something I feel like I need to do. And so here we are. But this is me planting my feet in the ground saying, all right, let's do it. So I hope you're along with me for the journey. Appreciate it, guys. Haven't heard this in a long time, but stay positive and stay creative.